Hello everyone, welcome to the online video tutorial series of distributed DBMS. In this video, I will explain three-phase commit protocol that will be a part of recovery management. I am Dishan Seth, Assistant Professor in IT/ICT Department of LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. So, in the previous video of recovery management, you already learned about what is the transaction failure mechanism, what are the steps taken by the transaction manager if any transaction is failure. Then local recovery protocols, how it will be in detail it is working, and two-phase commit protocol. And also we discussed what are the disadvantage of two PC protocol. So when we are talking about the two-phase commit protocol, that is the blocking protocol. So when we are talking about the state diagram of two-phase commit protocol, it is blocked into the two states. At the coordinator side, it is blocked in the wait mode. At the participant side, it is blocked into the ready state. The solution is provided by our three-phase commit protocol. So we can say that our three-phase commit protocol is a non-blocking protocol. So here in terms of blocking, our three-phase commit protocol is not block any state on immediate failure. So how can we say that any protocol is non-blocking? So for that we have to understand two conditions here. A commit protocol is non-blocking if first one is it is a synchronous within one state transition. So here synchronization with only one state at a time we have to take care about that. And two states of participant and coordinator is synchronized with each other during the message communication. And second condition is it is a state transition diagram contains a no state which is adjacent to both the commit and abort states. So our state of coordinator and participant, both the state of coordinator and participant doesn't directly connected with both the state of abort or commit. That means our commit and abort protocol is doesn't directly connected or depend on that particular state. And the second condition is no non-committable state. Non-committable state, which are the non-committable state of the operations? That is your ready state at the participant side and wait state at the coordinator side, which is the adjacent to a commit state. So we are not directly connected with wait state and ready state directly connected to our commit state. So that is true if our particular state transition diagram is following both the condition, then we can say that it is a non-blocking protocol. So here adjacent is all about the possible to go from one starting point to the another point within a single state only. So we have to here pass that particular transaction message in a single state line. So our three-phase commit protocol is providing this type of functionality. So we can say that our 3PC is our non-blocking protocol. So let's understand in brief how the 3PC state transition diagram is working. So already we learned how the two-phase commit protocol state transition diagram is working. For that initial state, wait state, abort state and commit state. These all states are also working, and the working of this three-phase commit protocol is same as our two-phase commit protocol at both the side, coordinator side and participant side. So what are the changes in three-phase commit protocol? So you can see in the green highlighted portion that is the state of pre-commit here. So pre-commit state is a new state in our three-phase commit protocol that will be included at the both the side, participant side and coordinator sides. So with the help of pre-commit message, pre-commit state, we can say that our particular 3PC protocol is coming with the non-blocking condition. So let's understand how this particular state diagram is working. So initially, coordinator is working in the initial state. That means it is ready to work and send the prepare message to all these participants, or we can say that coordinator is work as a master and participants working as a slave. So if our coordinator is ready to work, it's ready with our commit command. Commit command will be written in its log and send which message? Prepare message. Prepare message is sent to all these participants. Now, What happened at the second side, that is our participant side. So at the initial level, our participants is waiting on the waiting mode. After receiving the prepare message is sent by our coordinator to participant. So after receiving the prepare message, it is ready to work. If it works possibly in the positive manner. If number of participants are there and after receiving that prepare message, if any participants wants to work, it communicate positively. If it doesn't want to work, then communicate negatively, and that message is already explained in our two-phase commit protocol. So after sending this prepare message, our protocol two-phase commit protocol coordinator is going to the waiting mode here. And what happened here at the participant side. So at the participant side, in initial state, it receives the prepare message, then it can answer in what context. So that is a prepare message, and it possibly it can send a that is commit what if it is want to communicate. After sending that, it goes to a ready state in our participant side. What happened at the coordinator side? If we are talking about the coordinator side, then in the particular waiting mode, after receiving the particular answer from the participant, positive answer from the participant, it is telling that in future you are definitely working. So if and all the participants are sending positive message, that is your ready message. If I want to work, that is positive acknowledgement. So in the response, our coordinator is sending prepare to commit message, prepare to commit. So you can see here in the wait mode, if the coordinator is getting positive message from the participant, then in the response it will generate a what commit in the background and send which message? Prepare to commit message to all the participants. Till now we are not processing for the operations, we are just transferring the messages for the positive acknowledgement. So when the coordinator is sending the prepare to commit message to all the participants, after receiving this prepare to commit message, our participants is assured that in future coordinator is working with me. So there is a guaranteed that in future there will be a operational task will be performed between coordinator and participants. So now participants is free of that I have to wait for positive response from the coordinator. So this is the stage how the particular coordinator and participants becomes a non-blocking. So after pre-commit message, it will goes to the positive side, that is our commit message. But what happens if in the wait it is received a negative message, that is our abort message. If participant is sending the abort word here, then coordinator is writing global abort message in its log and send global abort to all the participants. That is the case of our ready state. So after receiving the global abort message by the particular participants, it writes in its log that is a abort message and send that particular state to the abort state at the participant side. So this is the case how the particular state diagram is working in three-phase commit protocol. Now we are moving to particular case how the communication is structured. So we already discussed two-phase communication structure with centralized and distributed one. So you can understand here the number of coordinator and participants are available is here. If we can bifurcate this particular state into the different parts, first is all about the ready state where the centralized coordinator is available. It is connected with the number of participants 1, 2, 3, 4. They are connected with one centralized coordinator. Then again the participants are connected. Then they are connected with centralized coordinator. The chain of participants and coordinators are working here. Or what are the phases here? Phase 1 is all about the ready state. If the coordinator is ready, send the prepare message. If the particular participants are ready to work, then it is say yes with the positive what. If they say no, then send the abort. Next one is all about pre-commit and pre-abort state. After receiving positive message from the participant, our coordinator is sent pre-commit message. If the coordinator is receiving any abort message, then it will send a pre-abort message. So After the phase number 2, participant is now ready to know that what is the actual state of the communication in future. So if it is saying yes now, then it is going to the commit state. But if it is received pre-abort message, then definitely it will give to the abort message. In the last stage, what is the case? What is the condition state of the, if it is a commit or if it is a abort? Then acknowledgement will be received by the particular our coordinator. So this is the communication structure, how different phase 1, phase 2 and phase 3 is working in 3-phase commit protocol. Now we are moving to the different termination and recovery protocol now. So first is all about the site failure in 3-phase communication termination. So this is the state diagram, what I am already explaining that. So where the, if any our particular state is failure, so what the particular cases are taken by particular our transaction manager. So first is all about the timeout in initial state. So this is the initial state in our particular coordinator is timeout. So here what happened? If our particular transaction manager is checking that my coordinator is failure here or timeout, then it has to restart. So don't worry about that because it is the starting phase. Next is all about the timeout in wait state. So if our particular transaction manager is checking that my coordinator is timeout and wait state, then what happens? Because in wait state, it is waiting for the positive or negative response of the participant. So it is unreliable totally, because during the timeout, if any message is missed by our coordinator, then there is no surety what is the operation is performing in future. So totally unreliable. So it abort whole message here. Next is timeout in pre-commit state. So what is the pre-commit state? So in pre-commit state, we give the assure our participant that in future positive working is there. So participant may not be pre-committed here, but at least they are in the ready state right now. So move all the participant to pre-commit state here, because they are getting the positive acknowledgement from our coordinator. So terminate the globally with the help of global commit message. Now we are moving to the remaining our timeout state, that is all about timeout in abort or our commit state. So simply if I am timeout at the coordinator side at the abort state, then what happened? Already I know in the wait state I received the abort what from my participants, so I can easily abort all the global commit message. And if my timeout in the commit state, then already I know all the participants is giving the positive acknowledgement, then again it will send the global commit message to all these participants. Now we are moving to the termination protocol of the participants. So what happened at the participant? According to initial our state diagram, the number of states are initial state, ready state, abort state, commit state. But before commit, we are processing the pre-commit message here. So when we are talking about the abort message, then what are the cases at the time abort will be happening? Time out in initial state. So if in initial state our participants is time out, simply coordinator must fail in the initial state. So the participants have to terminate itself right now. So it is a totally unreliable if any participant is not receiving prepare message. After receiving the prepare message, if it is time out, then coordinator is in future is waiting for that particular positive or negative acknowledgement. So we have to take care about that. If participants is time out in the initial state, then it must abort that particular state. Now next is time out in ready state. So in the ready state, what happened exactly? In the ready state, it is waiting from the response from the coordinator. Which type of response may be received by the participant? It is positive, that is global commit, or global pre-commit. Okay, that is all about the abort message, globally abort message or globally commit message. So if any participant is time out during the particular state, then what happened? It is wanted to commit but doesn't receive positively. Then how can it check? So the same as in the two-phase commit protocol. So it elects a new coordinator and terminate using a special protocol. So for checking its state, it's used the number of terminologies internally and check periodically that any message is received by my neighbor or not. Third one is all about the timeout in pre-commit state. So when the pre-commit state is following by our participants, so it handles in the same timeout in the ready state. So if any participant is timeout in the pre-commit state, it doesn't know exactly how the particular coordinator is sending the message. So that's why it is terminated itself, or it checks the condition of neighbor participant. My neighbor is already received the data item positive or negative from my coordinator or not. Now we are moving to the next is all about the coordinator and participant recovery protocol. So when we are talking about the recovery, it is all about after the failure, how our participant and coordinator is behaving during the different states. So first is all about failure in initial state. So it is very simple. If our particular coordinator is failing in the initial state, start our protocol again, because this is the first state of our coordinator. Till now, no participant is communicated. Next is all about the failure in wait state. So if we are saying that in our coordinator side, the participant may have elected a new coordinator here, because it is not receiving the response from the receiving from the coordinator, because it is already failure. And after how much time it is up again or recover this particular state, participants are not waited for that amount of time. So here what happened, the participant may have elected a new coordinator and terminate the transaction. So the new coordinator could be a wait or abort state for this particular transaction here. And the next is failure in pre-commit message. So in pre-commit message, the already coordinator is saying, understanding that it have all the positive answer of the participant. So ask around the fetch state of that particular transaction. All the transactions are participant transaction are successfully received my particular prepare to commit message or not. If acknowledgement is received, then it is not sent again the message. If acknowledgement of that prepare to commit message is not received, then that message will be sent to one number of participants. Now we are moving to the particular state, that is all about the failure in our commit or abort protocol. So here we already know, if our failure in the abort or commit, our coordinator is 100% sure that if failure in abort, I am received only single abort message or more than one abort message. So it has to proceed the particular coordinator to on the abort state. The same is for the commit. If it is timeout failure in the particular commit state, so after recovery, it knows already that ready to commit message is sent to the particular participants, then I have to commit it. Okay. Now we are moving to the failure side, failure handling in our participant side. The same way of our coordinator, our participants make failure and recovery in initial, ready, pre-commit and commit state. So simply if we are talking about initial state failure, so it is unreliable because it already received the pre-commit message from the coordinator. So we have to abort on the recovery and start again for fresh request. If failure in ready state, so it is a waited mode here. We can say that at the participant side, the coordinator has been informed that what are the particular detection here. If it is sended positive acknowledgement, then it send the request. If our protocol is positively give the commit answer. Next one is failure in the pre-commit message. So if we are talking about the pre-commit recovery, then it asks around to determine how the other participants are terminated. Because when we are talking about the pre-commit state, then it check the particular neighbor. What are the condition of neighbor? If they are pre-committed or they are pre-aborted. So according to that, it will take the decision to terminate or send the data from the coordinator. The last is all about the failure in commit or abort. So here, if we are failure in commit or abort state, there is no need to worry because we have already the previous state. The previous state is pre-commit state that guarantees that our transaction is successfully performing, and the ready state for the abort, it receives the already global abort message to the particular coordinator. So this is the basic case of how the site failure in PPC recovery and how we can recover from the particular transaction. So In this video, I will explain how the 3PC protocol is working. Thank you for watching this video.